Hi, my name's David. I sing and play guitar for the FUTUREPUNK band, The Play.
Hi, my name's Oren. I play bass for the FUTUREPUNK band, The Play.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I play guitar for the FUTUREPUNK band, The Play.
How did you guys come up with that name?
Well, we wanted to be catchy, so we hope that we catch on like the plague.
Simple enough. There you go. How long have you guys been together?
That's a great question.
Ooh, yeah.
So as a band, we've been out for a little over a month. As a group of friends that are accomplishing goals together, I would say 8 years.
Yeah, 8 years.
Yeah.
How did you guys all meet?
Who wants to field this one?
Mike and I we started a band about 10 years ago that was a passion project for us, just something fun to do. And one of the guys in our band knew David, and so David joined to have some fun because he had just got off of doing playing a professional punk band for like 10 years. So
it was like a rebound band, you know, like something not serious, just for fun.
Yeah.
But I ended up playing bass in the band, which was cool. That wasn't my principal instrument at the time, so I just wanted to do something recreational. We were super heavy, and it was a blast.
It was fun.
We never played a show. We never did anything serious. But I actually met all of my best friends who are now, we've been friends for for forever now. So it's been awesome.
Who would you say are your guys' biggest influences?
The Smashing Pumpkins are a huge one. Muse is another huge one. Yeah. If we're talking about bands from right now, we're influenced by a lot of '90s music in general, like Stone Temple Pilots and stuff like that. And then definitely there's a big punk influence. That's sort of more just coming from our experiences in bands. I was in a band that was in a punk band. We toured with like bands like Newfound Glory and Good Charlotte and Story of the Year and all those bands. So that sound has sort of come in through osmosis into our sound. Also, I worked with Glenn from the Sex Pistols for a while, so sometimes that like classic punk sound is something that also comes into what we do.
What are you guys currently listening to?
Starset.
Yeah, I'm actually listening to Cheap Trick, a lot of Cheap Trick, and Incubus.
Yeah, Incubus is
Incubus.
Yeah.
I'm Slipknot every day at the gym, so Iowa all the way.
Yeah, it has a really cool like visceral energy about it.
Exactly, the raw metal.
There's something nice about going back to '90s bands because things today tend to be really polished and clean and have a lot of production going on. And to go back to when it was just a bunch of people in a room playing, recording live in a room, and that room is part of the ambience and the situation. It's like a nice vibe, right? It feels like raw and real. So,
what are you guys currently working on?
I actually just got out of the hospital recently because we've had so much on our plate that I got internal bleeding from working too much, which actually is not the first time that has happened. But yeah, basically we're working on finishing the record. I've been working on this record for a long time. It was an opportunity, my first opportunity to play all the instruments and record a bunch of songs that I wrote. I co-wrote one of the songs with Oren, and to mix, master, engineer, do everything on a record. So we're at the tail end of that, and I'm still trying to finish it with the caliber that we started it with. But when we dropped our first single, we charted on iTunes, and a bunch of other cool things happened to us that got us enough attention that we started investing more in pushing the band forward, and we've been having a great time meeting fans. So it's become a whole thing where we're now preparing to play shows, go on tour, we're practicing while we're trying to finish the record, while we're enjoying meeting new people, doing interviews,
There you go.
having a good time doing that, and meeting fans of the project has just been like the most fulfilling experience. So it is a lot to take on. We're also on our own record label, so we run the label.
I was going to say, so we're doing a lot of the stuff DIY as far as the marketing and the artistic design and production goes. So that's what a lot of my time is spent doing, and Mike's time is spent doing a bunch of that as well, is the record label side of things, so business.
Mike made our website.
Yeah, from scratch. That was actually the first website that I ever made.
Looks good for a first website.
Looks great for a website.
Yeah, a lot of the things that we're doing is kind of is very trial and error and just going at it. So
yeah, we were totally flying by the seat of our pants.
Straight up, butt first.
Butt first. What's up, guys?
Do you guys have any upcoming tour plans?
We have some hypothetical things in the works, nothing that's really materialized enough. Some things I will say is that we're super grateful to South America because based on our Spotify numbers, that we have a huge South American fan base, and we're excited to put together a tour to go down there and see them.
What's the weirdest thing a fan has done?
We had a meeting about how to deal with getting, inappropriate is a strong word, but sexually aggressive messages sent to us. We're trying to be a band that puts a hopeful message out there and helps people through hard times. We've been through, all of us have unique lives that have had unique issues, and we try to put that in our music so that it can like benefit people. And it's fine if people want to share the fact that they're interested in us or attracted to us. Like, of course, we're all humans living on this crazy earth, but when it becomes very literal, aggressive things, we've come up with the fact that unfortunately we have to ignore fans when they get to that point because we just don't want to reinforce that from our perspective or encourage people to behave that way. But the cool thing is we've met a lot of quirky characters, so
Yeah.
that's the pros way outweigh the cons or the awkwardness of the situation. So,
do you guys have any weird pre-show rituals that you guys do? I'm not talking like sacrificing bodies to Satan or anything.
Before really intense situations, we often say prayers. But
Yeah, I would say that's a pre-show ritual.
So on tour, whenever you guys do go to shows and go around, would you guys say you're more sightseers or food junkies?
Oh, geez. I'm definitely a food junkie, no doubt. I do not care about... So, like, at first it's sort of about seeing sights, but once you've seen most of the country, it's sort of like... And if you're trying to keep yourself busy on tour, I think eventually I become just tired. I just want to eat, I want to rest, and then I want to play my best, and I want to meet all the cool people. I'm about meeting people more than seeing sights.
But it depends what sights are, right? The food could be a sight that you want to see. Depending on how around.
Oh, yeah. Remember when we got those milkshakes?
Yeah. They were beautiful milkshakes.
The milkshakes were a sight to see.
They were, absolutely.
Yeah, totally. What about you guys? You like to travel and see sights.
I don't know. I like to see sights, see food. If I can combine the two, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Yeah, let's combine them.
Yeah,
The
let's
whole
combine 'em.
experience.
Why not?
I thought it was funny because these guys haven't been on a big tour before, and I thought that if our first tour was of South America, that would be a really interesting icebreaker for them because it's not the common way to go on. First, most bands, they do like a little tour, like we're from the Northeast, so you do a tour of the Northeast. There's a lot of major cities around here, but to just jump to South America.
Do any of you guys have any weird talents?
I have all of them. I don't guess.
He has enough for all of us. Yes.
What classifies a weird talent?
You can juggle.
I can juggle. Is that weird?
No, I mean weird like wouldn't expect. Just like
okay.
Okay.
I can juggle torches. I can juggle knives. I can juggle balls and clubs and.
If we're gonna do this, okay, so
I can cut cakes perfectly.
Okay, that's the story I'm gonna tell. No, hold on, this is the story I'm gonna tell. One time we were at the soup kitchen here. We were, feeding the homeless, and he had to cut this cake, okay, and I feel like there's a precursor of several other times where weird stuff like this happened, but maybe we can remember some of those.
Yeah.
Orange has this knack for having magical mystery things happen. Like, he'll throw a ball in the air and somehow, like, a pigeon will fly by and, like, it'll land in its mouth or something like that. Just, like, weird things where you're like, I did not expect that to happen. So that's the precursor. He has a long history of those. But there's this cake, and they say, hey, can you just cut it into slices? So Oren takes the knife, and he puts it in the middle for the first cut, and he cuts the cake through the icing. All the icing is just one color. And then he cuts it, and he separates it. And it turns out that it was a 2-colored cake right down the middle, and he perfectly cut it down the entire middle, separating the cake without knowing it. And when you split it, there wasn't like one crumb of the other color on each side of the cake. And he didn't notice. I'm like, dude, wait, stop. You just cut that cake perfectly.
He's like, did you know it was 2 different kinds? And I was like, no, I just kind of cut the cake right in the middle. I don't.
Dude, he cut that cake perfectly.
But props to the baker as well, though. They must have really put it down the middle, you know?
Yeah.
You and that baker have a special connection.
I should go find whoever baked that cake.
Hey,
This is a missed opportunity. That's my
That's what it's
soulmate out there.
Yeah.
Waiting to happen.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
You should have that person bake you more complicated cuts, like, and then you just, if you do like use the force and you put on, you know, a blindfold and then
Go
you
on
cut
America's Got
it in the
Talent.
shape. You know?
How sweet would it be to meet them?
Oh, how sweet would it be to meet them?
Yeah.
Mm.
Who's the craziest member in the band?
On what level?
Whatever level you guys want to put it at.
Okay.
I don't know what the silence.
I would say I'm the most eccentric.
Definitely the most eccentric. I would say I'm the most goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mike's the quietest.
But
I'm definitely the quiet.
no, but you're the craziest in the most. You're the wild card.
You're the wild card, yeah. Wild card.
Wild card. Like Mike's the one who you wouldn't ever expect someone to come. He's very left field. He'll come up with the out of the box situation. I just put a post on Facebook recently where we just did a music video in Boston, and I didn't know if I should tell the director this because Mike's up there. Sometimes they have you stand on like a box for a shot, so you have to balance on something, and he's doing all these stage moves like karate moves and stuff like that, where it's hard to land on the box.
Yeah, it's a small box.
And Oren and I know Michael well enough. We're like, dude, he's gonna get hurt, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna get hurt. So I didn't know if I should tell the director this, but every single time that we've gone snowboarding together, Mike just points his snowboard down the hill and just bombs it till he hits a tree. That's Mike's style. He gets a concussion every time, face bloody. Every time that we've gone jet skiing, he flies off the jet ski. Because although Mike's the quietest person in the band, for some reason you get him in a situation that's energetic or has something like that, and he just explodes with chaos. And so I didn't want to tell the director this, but by the end of the thing, I told them, and this was after Mike had ripped an earring out of his ear from doing guitar spins, and his hand was all cut up, and he was bleeding all over the place. And I'm like, guys, I should have warned you. About this. Yeah. So in that way, I'd say Mike's the craziest. Mike's the sleeper crazy. Like,
Sleeper.
They're like, oh, what a normal guy. What a nice, shy, quiet guy. And then all of a sudden, boom.
Bam, he's bleeding in some way.
Yeah.
So who has the best dad jokes?
Dad jokes? Me. I'm not kidding.
Shads.
Whoa.
That was good.
Yeah. It's for me the hardest thing about having a dad joke sense of humor is that other people determine if your jokes are funny. So
I just want to tell a story. Like, you have the same humor as your dad, and I equate that with dad jokes.
yeah.
And today I was looking at your dad's Instagram, and it's so good. Your dad's Instagram is amazing. There's this picture of him, we went swimming with dolphins, and he's holding a dolphin. He captioned it, "Sushi anyone?" And I just thought that was
I
amazing.
haven't seen that. That's really good.
Yeah.
Well, like the counter story is the previous time that we were in the Caribbean,
Yeah.
I sent him a picture of there was this, we went to, what was it called, Dolphin Adventure,
Yeah.
and it said Dolphin Adventure in big letters above where they were just cooking stuff, and there was a window and you could see chefs cooking, and I thought that was so funny, like the Dolphin Adventures, they're cooking the dolphins. And I sent him a picture of that and he just died laughing. So I mean, yeah, like father, like son.
Like father, like son.
The apple didn't fall from the tree. Far from the tree. No, I didn't fall from the tree.
It didn't fall from the tree. It was dead from the tree. Alright. I don't know what that means, but I'm not sure we need to go into it.
What's the biggest risk you guys have taken?
Oh, dude, everything.
Everything.
Honestly, following our collective heart, the reason that we're such good friends, and that's so much more important than like this band could ever be, is like, for me, my friendships with these guys and the other people that we're close with are literally the most valuable things I have in my life. And our collective heart that we have in common is what makes me feel like not alone in the world. And living by the values that creates is just absolutely the most challenging and complicated thing.
It's not easy, yeah.
Yeah, it's because it involves being consistent, and there's consistent little small things that become real tests of your character, and that's just super hard. Like making this record, you know, every little decision that we made, macro or micro, I think really tested that. Like, we could have made a record that was way more edited, and we did some demos that were very tight and like, but that felt too constrictive and like didn't have enough personality. So then we're making decisions about putting takes that are a little looser and about leaving imperfections or like exposing things that are not perfect about a person, like about us, you know, and saying, hey, we're gonna stand for what we believe in and sink or swim on that. I mean,
It's scary.
it's scary,
Yeah.
but that's a fear, and then getting used to living with that fear all the time.
But I feel like we couldn't do it any other way, right? It's like I feel too strongly about the things I feel strongly about.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And also, what are you going to do? You're going to live the other way where you're going to be afraid of different things, but they're not the things that really matter.
Exactly.
So-
I'd rather be afraid of doing what I know, what I think is right, and doing that, and being afraid of doing that, than doing something that I don't think is right, and then being afraid of other things.
Or being confused about,
What is right?
What is right?
Right,
Oh
exactly.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that little snap at the end. Just
One of the most rewarding things lately is just that what we were trying to put into the music, which is a positive message and, you know, trying to put ourselves out there, the people who have been responding to it have been getting that out of it, and that has made, we're a small band, it makes whatever's already happened for us worth it to me. So
Absolutely.
I just want to say thank you to you, and thank you to anyone who's participating in that. It means the world to us.
Yeah, you guys rock.
Yep.
There's a liminal riser in our minds, receiving danger. The war is real.
What is the seat of your pants? It's like the butt of your
The butt
pants.
area, and that's the part that's taking off.
So you're flying by.
No, so the image that I have is like you take off like a seat, but I think what would actually happen based on physics is that you would turn upside down and your just butt would carry you off in the
Your
air.
butt would go first.
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.